Hi folks, welcome to another Boats and Bits. This time I am actually out of my office and I am down in the boatyard getting my new, to me anyway, Trapper 500 ready for the water. So I have a bit of sanding and painting to do, as you can probably see. I've got it masked off. It was copper coated below, so I've a bit of tidying up. So I have about a week and I need to get all this sanded and painted. So thankfully there's a bit of good weather in, so we'll see how we go. So first up, the sanding. Okay, so that's the first half of the boat sanded. It's coming out quite well. Just using 240 grit as per the instructions. There's a few wee gouges. I've got filler for that there, so I'll go around that the next day. But the rest of it's pretty smooth. So just to do the other side now. So I'm getting it done about an hour, so I think if I can get a good sand tonight and another on Friday night, then I'll hopefully be ready for a primer on Saturday, and it's given a good weekend, so I should be able to get a coat on Saturday and Sunday. Maybe get a few other jobs done. I think it's key to get this thing. I've got copper coat for it to fix it, so I just need to fair in, sand it down a wee bit and fair in and paint, so that shouldn't take long. Yes, looking well. Can't wait to get out on it. Just get all wee job sorted. Not like a bit of a last minute rush. So that is the other side done. Just get in before the batteries run done. The power's been out down here at Kinnigo Marina where the boat is this last month, so I could frig it all done. Day 2 of refurbishment. So we're down here on Friday. Boat's looking well. So what we're doing today is going to use some of this stuff. So it's a fine filler. So you can kind of see here, there's wee scratches and things like that there. I think there's a few more as you go along. There's big dings there. There's a wee scrape there. More scrapes, things like that there. So what I'm going to do is go around those there and fill them in with this fine filler. Just standard stuff you get on eBay. So I'll come back once I'm done. Okay, so I've got the stoppers on. I've also did a bit of sanding around the keel. So I've got this wee joint there. I'm just going to fill that in with some waste system and some of the wee sort of fairing stuff. As you can see, I've got the filler stuff on there, so I just need to give it another sand. So the next job, with 180 I'm going to do this time, is a wee bit tighter, a wee bit harder. Friday evening done. We have sanded back. I actually hit it with 40 and then 180, so I've hit through to the gel coat, which is good. See, this is starting to set. There's a bit of a problem there's a wee bit in the mixer syringes things, plungers, that basically goes down in the bottom. I was cleaning them earlier on, it dropped off, so I didn't have it with me. So same this side. Getting dark here now. Unfortunately I didn't get this side of the keel done, so that'll be a job for the morning. So yeah, it's looking good. Hopefully get paint on tomorrow. So I'm using 1UP, which I just got today, and Toplac Plus. It's supposed to be quite easy to put on. So there we go. Back down at Freebird Saturday. Pressure's on now. I need to get paint on today. So plan is a quick rub of the blue stripe with 40 grit, because it's kind of indented, so you have to do it manually. Give it a power hose, so I've got my generator down, and then let it dry and paint this afternoon. Once I finish painting, then I'm going to finish fairing the other side here. This is set well. This is actually just needs sanded down now, but yeah, filled the gap quite well there. A wee bit of fixing to do around the front and of this side to do today. I found the wee bit that I needed for the pumps, so that should be that resolved today. Okay, so let's get sanding again. Okay, so I've missed a few days. Forgot to bring my camera in, just the usual nonsense. Been flat out though. I have got 2 coats of undercoat on. So that is the white International 1-Up. So I've also give the bottom a bit of a burnish, so you can kind of see, though the key looks rusty, that's actually just the copper coat. As you can kind of see there, the thing. So basically what that does is brings out a bit of fresh copper, so it'll stop stuff sticking to it apparently. It should go green again. I've done some repairs to my rudder, so I need to sand that back now. So that's my first job today, sand that back, and then I'm very excited. So now the jobs today is get obviously that sanded, some copper coat. So I've got some copper coat repair just for these wee bits here on the keel, and obviously whenever I sand back the rudder, so I have to do 4 coats of that today. So basically you get a pack, like get these wee packs of 3 items. So packs of 3 items. So we've got the hardener, the resin, I think it is, pack resin, and then these heavy bastards here, which are copper. So you have to mix all 3 together. Now you have to do it in such a way that you get 4 goes at it, because you have to have 4 coats apparently in one day, so an hour after each other. So what I'm going to do is mix up sort of a quarter of these each, and then give that a whack. So I'll paint, do my sand, paint, get the resin, get the what do you call it, the copper coat on, then do a coat of gloss, which should take about an hour and a half. Get another copper coat of what do you call it on, the copper coat in the bottom, and then mess about up on the top, tighten bolts and things like that there I have to do in the rudder or a tiller, and then just hopefully waste another hour and then get another copper coat. So hopefully get 3 or 4 copper coats on today. That should do the bottom, then just 1 more coat of top tomorrow, and that'll hopefully be me done off the water anyway. You're never done with boats, as you well know. Okay, cheers. So we're getting there. Gloss done, first coat anyway, and I have a coat of copper coat on. It's the 2 bits that are repaired. So the problem is I've run out of foam brushes, or foam rollers. The ones I bought yesterday are crap in that they don't fit the wee roller I had, so I need to go and get the foam some more, or a roller that actually works. So to finish this off tomorrow, I'll get another coat on this tonight. And here we are again, back down at Freebird. This is Wednesday. Status update. We have a first coat of gloss on last night, as I was videoing. We've got copper coat on the keel. Only managed to get 3 coats on, but hopefully it'll do. It's fresh water, so it shouldn't be too bad. I've only covered the bits that were needing done, that I've done some repair work to. So this is the keel on the rudder. So tonight, another coat of Toplac plus white gloss. One thing seems to work quite well with gloss rollers. One thing I'll say is make sure you get decent rollers. I was using wee cheapo ones and they lasted about 2 seconds, so I threw a ton on. Went to B&M Bargains here in the UK and got some of the dear ones. I think it was like £7 for a set, the rollers, the actual handle, and then sorry, it was £10 for that, £7 for the actual rollers for a pack of 10 instead of like £1. But yeah, for the copper coat it lasted like a whole thing rather than sort of breaking up on it in 10 minutes. So I'm going to try that tonight on the top coat, and see how that goes. But it goes on quite well, the Toplac. What I noticed was the primer's quite thick, so when I opened up the Toplac Plus I was quite sort of surprised to see it was quite runny, but yeah, it seems to go on alright, so that's probably the way it's supposed to be, so don't be too shocked if you're using it. So far so good, looks good. I just rollered it, didn't do any tipping. It says you don't need to, so I'm not going to bother. I'm not after a show pony. If it looks good from 5 feet I'm happy, which I think we're looking okay. So yeah, so we'll get the final coat on tonight, then we'll see how it all ends up. And that is the second coat finished. Toplac Plus Mediterranean White. Didn't take that long, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out, but it's looking good at the minute. The foam rollers, the more expensive ones, lasted 3/4 around the boat, whereas the previous time it had lasted about 3 feet. So definitely it's a better investment. They also seem to put the paint on better as well, smoother. So all good. So I shall be back in a couple of days to see how it's dried out. Hey folks, back down at Freebird, just giving it a once over. So I've just stripped off the green masking tape, and that has come out very well. Could have done a lot better, I guess. I could have sanded down between the primer and the top coat, but yeah, it seems to have worked alright without it. Also, I didn't do any tipping or anything like that there. I just rolled it on using a 4-inch foam rollers. As I say, the one thing I will say is that use the deer ones. They definitely worked a lot better than the cheaper ones. Copper coat, so I touched that up as well. I only managed to get 3 coats on. Could really have been doing with 4, but I run out of paint. So we'll see how that goes, but as it was copper coated before, it should be grand. And I burnished up. You can kind of see where I've sanded with 400 grit, so I give it a quick rub, so that basically gets the fresh copper. So we'll see how that works at the end of the season. So thank you for watching, folks. I definitely recommend the Toplac paint for ease of use. Be interesting to see how it fares now after a season on the water. Boat doesn't go into the end of May, so it'll give it time to harden. So I know one of the problems is the paint takes a few weeks to harden. So hopefully it'll all be sorted. So thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Cheers, thanks, right, bye.